लक्ष्मीनाथ समारंभां नाथयामुन मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् यो नित्यमच्युत पदाम्बुज युग्मरुक्म व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोस्स दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. I welcome you all to this evening's topic, living and spiritual living. We all live in this material world. We are quite happy living. What do we mean by living and spiritual living? Do we have two lives? Or is it in the same life we lead two different quality of lives or category of lives? This topic is very important, as every human being has many responsibilities to discharge. It's not an animal where the basic instinct is to survive. As a human being, we have many more responsibilities, aspirations. So that makes it very important to know how to live. Are we leading a life that's ideal? Are we in search of perfection, unable to achieve it? Is this the life for what? Is this the purpose for which we took birth? These questions have always been inquired by our acharyas. Let me put forth some thoughts about it before you. You can reflect upon that and come to a conclusion. When do we say that we live but yet do not live? If one is pretty sick, he is unable to mind, he is unable to maintain himself, then we say, although he lives, but he does not live meaningfully. If you are in a stage of coma, you may live, but yet there is no quality of life. You would be said that you don't live. This is one instance where although we live, we do not live. You are natural, you are at your own when it's more permanent. Anything that is temporary, as we discussed just now, discussing with my friend was temporary. I know it's going to come to an end. I am 25 today, my requirements in 25 I am sure would change when I am 35. When I work today, my requirements would be different. When I get retired, my requirements are to be different. So can we define one thing, that anything that is more permanent in nature is natural to me? Anything that is less permanent, temporary in nature, is not normal to me. This much is a broad classification that we can bring about. If things are more permanent to me, what is permanent to you? Eating. Just take the case. It's very, very permanent. Right from when you are born till your last day, you eat. What you eat may change. Your eating pattern may change, but still you eat. Next, you will have to laugh. Yes, you want to smile, feel happy. That never changes. You want to smile, you want to laugh, you want to be happy. You would like your family to be with you, which we always like. Whether you are one or two, it's your mother. Then you become 10, it's your friend. Then you turn 25, it's your wife or husband. If you turn 35, it's your children. If you turn 55, it's your grandchildren. So somehow you want a family. If they are with you, then you are more satisfied. Things that are more permanent makes you satisfied. Things that are less permanent, that are temporary, that disturbs you. If whenever you are in a temporary phase, then you would like to get back to your original place, which is a more permanent phase. Which is that permanent one? Let us go a step further and see. It is permanent versus temporary. To give you an example, a parrot in a cage, a pigeon in a cage. We open the gate of that cage. We open the small gate of that cage. The parrot or the pigeon, is it normal for the pigeon to remain in the cage or to fly out of the cage? If it's inside the cage, it is not normal for the bird. If it's outside the cage, that's normal for the bird. For a bird, let free. So can I say that if you are let free to act on your own, then that is normalcy. If you are not let free, you are made to do something for a particular purpose. You are made to do this to achieve this, then you don't feel free. If you feel free, you are at home. That's your own, that's your natural. If you are compelled to do anything, if you are not let free, then you feel it's very artificial. So anything to be with my own, anything that's too intimate to me, where I feel very, very free, is a good life to you. That's where we accept it. That's my normalcy. But anything beyond that, we don't accept it as normal. So we have two criteria now. One, more permanent, not temporary. Two, it's your normalcy. You are let free to do, not compelled to do anything. These two, if it happens, and very, very difficult to happen, these two are not easy in life at all. How many of us are let free to do whatever we want to? We do not know. Even if you want to continue this upanyasam till 12 in the midnight, will you be continued to do? You cannot. Or if you suddenly want to stop, can you stop? You cannot. You would not like to listen to this upanyasam anymore. Can you get up and say that, Swami, what are you now talking? I don't like. Will you stop? You can't say. If you want, you can get out. You can't tell me to stop now because I have got a given time. So many things are not possible in this world. It's not possible. I cannot do, although I can. I can get up. You can get up and tell me to stop. But can you? You can, but you cannot. You should not do. So there is something that I cannot do, and there are many more things that I should not do. Now, which one is better? Is it cannot to do or should not do? I should not eat onion and garlic. As per the Shastrams, kalanjam na bhakshayet. Don't eat onion. Don't eat garlic. This is the dictum of the Shastra. Swami, but I tried. I am able to eat a lot. I tried. I am able to. Swami, you may be able to. But the answer is you should not. Should not is different from able to. I can also hurt you, but I should not. I can hurt you if I want to, but I should not hurt you. So there is something should not, something cannot. If there, please note this point, very important point. If I am able to merge this cannot and should not, then I am more satisfied. But if I am not able to merge both, I am unable to reduce the gap between cannot and should not, then you have a little conflict. Someone tells me that you should not do that. If I also feel that I should not do that, then I will not do that. This is okay. You are very satisfied. But I would like to do that, but someone tells me not do that, you should not do that, but I feel that I can do that, you have a conflict. So this is where you don't feel natural at all. So what is our job now? Wherever there are should nots, and I have something that I can I change this? Can I take it closer to that should not? Which would mean there is a law. Your employer wants to make profit lawfully. Your employer wants to make profit. And you would like to earn a lot of money and not want him to make profit. If this is the case, can you get an employment there? You won't be given. You will be given a pink slip. Please leave. Enal, you will have to close the gap. But closing does not mean that you won't paid a salary. You won't be paid a salary. He will earn profit. Then too you won't stay. If he doesn't earn a profit, then you are going to be out. He will send you off. If he makes a profit and you do not earn any salary, you will go out on your own. So what you try to do there, I try to bridge the gap. I would like to take a salary and also want to make my employer some profit. If we both get together, then we are satisfied. If not, there is a conflict of interest. Similarly, you have a lot of wavelengths in the air. Many radio stations and TV stations would send signals. I have a small TV, a transmitter in my hand. I'll have to tune this to the wavelength available. There are more wavelengths, Swami. There are a lot of radio stations. Now this wavelength and that must get tuned together. If they are tuned, I can listen to good music. If they are not tuned, I won't. But still, both the wavelengths are there. I have a radio wavelength and much more is available in the sky, in the air. But if they do not match, then I don't get a wavelength. I cannot listen to music. Or if they are not well tuned or not fine tuned, then the music will not have no quality. It will be a less quality music. Kora 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 kora. ஏதோ சத்தம் கண்டு அந்த நாளெல்லாம் எங்க யாரும் கிரிக்கெட் மேட்ச் நடக்கும். அப்போ இப்படி யோசிச்சுருப்பா இந்த பழைய கிரிக்கெட் விரும்பிகள்லாம் கடை they will keep a little radio close to their ears, and that only you can listen to that only in waves. Two balls you can listen to commentary for the two balls. Then after that it will go along with the air, along with the wind, and later in the next over only you can listen to the next two balls. But they will be so absorbingly listening to that commentary that they will only imagine what happened in the other four balls. அந்த அளவுக்கு பேசிட்டு இருக்கிறவா இருந்திருக்கார். So this is the way we have done. We have to match that wavelength, the common wavelength and your specific wavelength have to match. So there is something that should not do, that I can do, but I cannot do. I am willing to do. If this gap narrows down, then you are at your natural level. If this gap widens, then you are compelled, you are thrusted. Whenever there is a widening of this gap, you feel very dissatisfied. That's when we say, so what is this life, Swami? And your father tells you that if this is a young boy, he is told that today was upanyasam day, so you will have to come with your thiruman. Now the son will ask him, not about him, I am talking about a difference. And he may ask a question to his father that, now why should I wear? Will that Swami tell upanyasam only if I wear thiruman? Is there any relationship between my thiruman and his upanyasam? Why, if his upanyasam, he has to wear a thiruman. Why should I wear? No, but you are going to listen. To listen, I need only ears, not thiruman kapu. So we keep questioning. It nags us. Why should we? But if the Shastra says that now coming to temple, coming to listen to a lecture, you have to wear your thiruman, then the boy will ask, does the Shastra specify only to wear thiruman today evening? Or tomorrow morning also? No, Swami, they tell us to wear every day. Every day, now you never told me yesterday, and you didn't wear when you went to your office, when you didn't do. Then why are you asking me now? So these are all questions which take you away from the ideal situation. The more you are away, the more you feel dissatisfied. The more the questions are not answered, the more you are away from the situation, what you want to. So this is also a reason which makes you normal and abnormal. We are very normal if the should and can match. We are not normal if the should and can does not match. So we have seen three instances. I am normal wherever it is more permanent and not temporary. Wherever you are let free and you are not compelled to do. Lastly, whenever this should not and cannot, when these two match, we feel very satisfied. I have given you the examples of a wavelength or whatever. You wear sari during a wedding. We just want to get back. Now what is that normalcy? What is that for me? Now, normalcy would be it's close to permanency than temporary. Let us find what is permanent in us and what is temporary in us. There is something that's permanent in us. What is it? I was a young boy of 5 years. I didn't know to drive a car. I didn't know to drive a bicycle. Then I turned 10. I knew now. Then it was 15. Yes, I can drive. I can even drive others. Then I turned to 25. I can drive a car. I am able to recollect all that happened from the age of 10 that I did not know to drive. Today I know to. I did not know to sing. Today I can. I did not know to write accounts. Today I can. I did not know anything about Itihasa or Purana. Today I know. So it's the same me. Me at the age of 10 and me at the age of 50. I identify me to be the same. But I also identify me to be different. When I said, when I was a boy of 10, I did not know. Now at 50, I know. Then there is one word that's repeated. A common word is I. I said I. I at 10. I at 50. So I is common. Then what did change? 10 and 50 changed. I was 10 then. I was 50 now. And along with the 10 and 50, what other things changed? I was short. I am tall. I was thin. I am not thin, I am very thick today. And then I didn't know to sing, I know to sing today. I didn't know to read, I know to read today. All these changed. Some one thing did not change, me. That I did not change. So I was 10, and what had continued from age 10 to age 50, that me, something that me. Whenever I say I, me, nan, aham, whichever language you want to. Aham in Sanskrit would mean me. Me at 10 and 50 changed, but me did not change. So can we just identify that me, which is to be permanent? That me looks to be permanent, but anything attached to it me looks to be temporary. Me at 10 and me at 50, me alone is permanent. But other than me, many things that are attached, they don't look permanent, they look totally different. So that me is what? That me is something to do with me. Me, aham. Aham, the Shastrajñas they say as aham is Atman. There is an Atman, me, the Atman. And all that changed, all that is temporary is to do with the body. I was short, I am tall, I was fair, I am dark, I didn't know, I know today. All this is to do with your age, with your grow up, however you are brought up, and all to do with your body, and not to do with that me. And the me, can someone here touch and show where is that me? Swami, I said that I was 10, I am 50. 10 to 50, can you prove? I can show a photo. At 10, I look like this. At 50, I look like this. Fine, Swami, you are totally different. At 10, you look different. At 50, you look totally different. But when you use the word I at 10 and I at 50, the common words were I. Can you show something that is common between these two photographs? When the usage of word, there was a common word, I. But in the photograph, there is nothing common. Not your height, not your weight, not your dress, not your complexion, not your build, nothing was common. Then what is common in that? I mean, that commonality is not in the photo, Swami. Whatever in the photo is totally different. But I am talking about me. I was common. I am, Swami, this is my photo. This is my photo. Swami, accept. Please show that my in the photo. You tell me that this is my photo. This is also my photo. And I have too many photos. Fine, but can you point? Can you touch that point? When I touch, I can. I immediately try to touch the photo. Swami, this is me. And then this. If you touch the 10-year-old boy and say me, I can immediately show this is a 50-year-old man who is not me. Yeah, you look totally different. Swami, then I had to only admit that this me is not in this photo. Swami, is it your neighbor's photo? When you say when me is not in this photo, then who is in this photo? Swami, I think I should not have started talking to you. The problem is, I know that it is me, and I am trying to prove that it is me. Then I asked him, can you scientifically prove that these two photographs are of the same person? I have to go to a forensic lab, Swami. I have to give the photo and they will conduct a bit. I will be charged. A big bill will come to me. But still they may say that under the given circumstances and under the equipments and all the tests methods available, we feel that this person and this person may be the same. This is the final report I would have, and I would have paid a hefty bill. Why? They cannot say it is me who will have to find that both me's were one and that me is not in the photo. He was right in claiming that me is not in the photo, as me cannot be photographed. Mine can be photographed. Me cannot be photographed. Mine is my belonging. Anything that belongs to me can be photographed. Anything that is me cannot be photographed. What is that me? That's what we call as Atma and Atma. Atma cannot be photographed. Now I had told you that there is a me. You agreed. We all agreed that there is a me. But that me, we are not able to touch and show in the photograph. But instead, me is very much, I can't say physical, but very much that me is true. That much is clear. So when that me is Atman, it looks like he is more temporary than all that changed in the two photographs. Atman looks permanent. But Swami, when the Atman is so permanent, I am surprised. Permanent Atman is not found in the photograph, but temporary anything is found in the photograph. One who is permanent is not found, but all that is temporary is found. And in that, I was wearing a earring. When my father told me it's a ear boring ceremony, here is now bore your ear. Yes, I accepted. If you tell today, you may, maybe probably 1 year. அப்படி நான் வேணா யாரானு ஒத்து பார்ப்போம், அதை வேணா பண்ணிக்கிறேன்னா அது ஆஸ் பர் யுவர் விஷ் யூ கேன். அப்போ ஒத்துனேன், டுடே ஐ டோன்ட். ஸோ தட் இயர் ரிங் இஸ் இட் ஃபவுண்ட்? நோ Swami. The day I got it, it was a little pin, it was there but not there today. Now that dress, do you have it? No, it's no more there. The cradle where you are sleeping, that is not there. That belonged to my forefathers. It was there till I was born. Then after that all got damaged. It's not there. Then the dress, not there. But suddenly when I thought the lecture is going to conclude, you are introducing a third. And don't worry, that's a very short third, but the most important third. But for the third, this me or mine are not going to be together at all. This me or mine will not live. They won't be helping each other. They won't cooperate. All these happen because of the third entity. And we absolutely forgot the third entity. We forgot first me. சாமி என்னையே மறந்து போயிட்டேன், நீ யாரோ ஒரு மூணாம் மனுஷன் வேற கேட்டுருக்கீங்க, நானே தெரியலேங்கிறேன். நான் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். கிருஷ்ணா இன் கீதா சேஸ் இதம் ஷரீரம் கௌந்தேய க்ஷேத்திரமித்யபிதீயதே ஏதத்யோ வேத்தி தம் பிராகுஹு க்ஷேத்ரஜ்ஞ இதி தத்விதः க்ஷேத்ரஜ்ஞயோர் ஞானம் தத் ஞானம். Arjuna, I accept only this as ஞானம், not all your academic degrees. You may have from A to Z 26 letters, but not that. I don't acknowledge them as degrees at all, not knowledge. This is knowledge. Idam shariram kaunteya, this mind is given to you. Idam shariram kaunteya, this body is a cultivable, fertile land blessed to you. One who recognizes that this is a cultivable land, I must go cash crops in this land, is the Atman. One who knows that it is him, it is mine, and one who wants to cultivate good crops in this is the Atman. So the recognizer is the Atman. The recognized is the body. I recognize this body as a fertile land, and the recognizer, me. Is that all? Arjuna asked Krishna. So there are totally two entities. No, Arjuna. Kshetrajñan chāpi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata kshetrancha papi mam vidhi. Me. Krishna rushes and pushes himself inside. ஐயோ, இந்த அர்ஜுனன் என்ன 2 பேரோட நிறுத்திட்டு போறான், நான் ஒருத்தன் இருக்கேன் அப்படின்னு அவர் கவலை. இப்போ ஓஹோ அர்ஜுனா, நாட் தி ஷரீரம் அண்ட் யூ அலோன், ஐ ஆம் தேர், வெயிட் லெட் மீ என்டர் அப்படின்னு உள்ள வந்தார். வேர் ஆர் யூ? ஹூ ஆர் யூ? வை ஆர் யூ இன் த பிக்சர் நவ்? I am here with this body. I understand that I am me, the Atman. Then who are you? Oh, you were given this body. You were given this jnana. And the way you think, the method you practice is all designed and specified by me, Arjuna. You are created by me. This body has to be made from Panchabhuta. Those Panchabhutams were created by me. It must all be from the primordial source element of creation, which is Prakriti. That was created by me. Oh, you have done so much, it seems, Krishna. I thought you were only a charioteer. இல்லை, நான் தேரும் ஓட்டுவேன் அர்ஜுனா. அதுக்குன்னு வெறும் தேர் ஓட்டுறது மட்டும்தான் என் வேலை நினச்சிக்காதே. I can also drive a chariot. I drive this universe. Not only this chariot. You, this body is a chariot. You, the Atman, is the owner of this body. But this body has a different charioteer, and that's me. Me, now Bhagavan points to himself as me and says that I drive your chariot. Your chariot is the Sharira. You, the owner of the chariot, don't think you two are enough. I will have to drive the chariot. Yes, I will drive as you say. As per your karma, I drive you. So it's the owner's responsibility to say which way to go, which way to drive. But it is the driver's skill to drive it well. So Krishna the driver, Arjuna the owner, and the property, the belonging, the chariot. Are there 3 entities now? These 3 are to be recognized, and all 3 have to be satisfied. What we do a little for mind. We do a very little for Atma. We do not much, not at all, for Paramatma. So there are 3 entities in every one entity. We think it's a bundled entity. It is. The bundle has 3 different ingredients, 3 individual parts. One, you can say that this one. All 3 together are bundled. It's a bundled offer. The offer is 1, the insentient Sharira, then the sentient Atma, then lastly the omniscient Paramatma. So you have 3 entities bundled into one. Since we are 3, should we not satisfy all the 3? I mean, I have never done that. I have only played one role. No. Now you are a son as well as a husband. Don't you play a dual role? You do, of course, and find it very difficult to play that role. அந்த 2 தான் கஷ்டமே. இப்போ இதுவும் பண்ணி அதை வாண்டான்னு பார்த்தேன் சுவாமி. ஆனால் அதைத்தான் பண்ண வேண்டியிருக்குங்கிற இல்லையோ. You have a dual role to play here. One towards the Achit, the insentient. and other towards the omniscient Paramatma. So the Jivatma has a responsibility. Now to our surprise we will find, we saw three entities. Responsibility is on whom? Is it on the Achit or Chit or Paramatma? Paramatma has got no responsibility. You can't dictate terms with him. And to Achit you can, they are not going to listen to you. Achit are not going to listen because they cannot listen. They don't have knowledge, they don't have jnana. So you can't preach to Achit. You cannot certainly preach to Paramatma. The only recipient is Jivatma. If at all someone can listen to and act as this Jivatma, then it is his decision. He will have to decide between Paramatma and the Achitvatvam what to hold and what to desert. So he will have to decide. He does a lot for this Sharira. So we as a son, as a father, as a husband, as a householder, as an employer, employee, all to do with this Achetana Sharira. We do them well. But with Atma, do we do anything? We don't, we do very little. With Paramatma, do we do anything? And still little. Since we have not taken care, since we did not devote any time and effort for the other two, this is a boat that has no equilibrium at all. The boat is not equally treated. This boat is very partial. Adinalada, this partiality leads and we have given more importance to the temporary partial place, not to the more permanent ones. Swami, out of these two, Paramatma the permanent Pratyak, Jivatma the permanent Pratyak, the Sharira the temporary Parak, I gave more importance to Paramatma and Jivatma and less importance to Sharira. Even then it would have been good. But what we did was totally opposite. We gave more importance to the temporary part of it and lesser importance to the permanent part of it. You have questions. You prepare for an exam. Unfortunately, I did not study all the lessons. Tomorrow morning the exam. It's around the corner. I have to study. Burning the midnight oil. Enna pannuvom? The pasangalukku nanna theriyum. Swami, these are all the important. I took the last 10 years question paper. And this was a pattern of the question paper. So I skipped all these questions. I studied all this. Idu nanna irukum. But enna pannta, he saw all the question paper, noted the questions. He knew that this is going to be the pattern. And all that is a pattern that has appeared, he skipped. All that have not appeared, he studied. What will happen? He will have to take 10 marks. So wherever he should have given emphasis, he did not. Whichever did not require an emphasis, he did. That's what we do. Whatever is more permanent, we didn't worry much. Whatever was temporary, we did everything possible. Then at the end of the day, if you say that I am not satisfied, you will not be satisfied. As we have not fed all, if there is no sun, Swami, you have a vitamin deficiency problem. வெளியில போனாலும் ஒரு டெஃபிஷியன்சிங்கிறான், உள்ள வந்தாலும் டெஃபிஷியன்சிங்கிறான், எதைத்தான் கொடுக்கறதுன்னு தெரியல. இதை சாப்பிட்டா அது இல்லையேங்கிறான், அதை சாப்பிட்டா பட்னி கிடக்கிறது தான் ஒழுங்காக இருக்கும்போது. இட்ஸ் பெட்டர் டு ஃபாஸ்ட். இஃப் யூ ஃபாஸ்ட், அட்லீஸ்ட் யூ வில் ஒன்லி சே தட் எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் டெஃபிஷியன்ட். நல்லதாக போச்சு இல்லையா? இஃப் யூ ஈட், தென் தெர் இஸ் பார்ஷியாலிட்டி தேர். இஃப் யூ ஃபாஸ்ட், Swami, I have maintained equilibrium. I have not fed any of my parts. No ingredients in me. Appa vitamin deficiency, mineral deficiency, so many things are deficient, all about body. And we, since this whole world revolves around this body, and there are so many research studies, we are involved in it, we are absorbed in it, we are not given a chance to look at the Atman. The way this world is designed is the greatness of Paramatma. He designs this world to distance Jivatma from him. அதுதான் அவருடைய இன்புறும் இவ்விளையாட்டுடையான். ஆழ்வார் பாட்டில் சொல்றார், இவ்விளையாட்டுடையான். Bhagavan is always a Leela Lola. And he loves games. And the games are so well designed and we cannot even understand the rules of the game. Adhikapuram to play the game. We don't know the rule. And even if we know the rules are so complex. It is very simple if you look at them simple, in a simple way. But they are very complex if you start complaining on them. This is a rule. The game is defined by him and he is very happy playing the game. Alakila vilayatudayaravar talaivar annavarke sharan nangale ಅಖಿಲ ಭುವನ ಜನ್ಮ ಸ್ಥೇಮ ಭಂಗಾದಿ ಲೀಲೆ ವಿನದ ವಿವಿಧ ಭೂತ ವ್ರಾತರಕ್ಷೈಕ ದೀಕ್ಷೆ ಶ್ರುತಿ ಶಿರತಿ ವಿದೀಪ್ತೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣಿ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸೆ ಭವದುವನಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಭುವನ ಜನ್ಮ ಸ್ಥೇಮ ಭಂಗಾದಿ ಲೀಲೆ. Creation, absorption, sustenance are all plays, pastimes for Bhagavan. So it's all his Leela. So in his Leela, this world is so big, it's so well, it's variety in this world. Logo binna ruchihi. Everyone's thinks their wishes are different, their likings are different, and ஒருத்தர் கேசரி பிடிக்கும். Swami, it is the same rava, same water, same sugar, same முந்திரி பருப்பு. அதே தானே. அதுக்கு என்ன திஸ் இஸ் ரவா, திஸ் இஸ் ஜீரா, என்ன வித்தியாசம்? கேசரிக்கும் ஜீராக்கும் யாருக்கும் வித்தியாசம் தெரியுமா? Swami, I have heard that in some Divideshams it is kesari, in some other Dividesham it is ஜீரா. எங்கன்னா தெரியாது சுவாமி, கொடுத்தா சாப்பிடுவோம், இதுக்கு மேலே தெரியாது நமக்குன்னா. அப்போ ஏதோ இருக்குது. இப்போ வாட் இஸ் த டிஃபரன்ஸ் பிட்வீன் மைசூர் பாக்கு, பால் கேக், மில்க் கேக், முந்திரி பருப்பு கேக், தி so many cakes, all are made of the same ghee and same rava, same sugar, but they are in different proportions. We like one and my son doesn't like the other. My daughter likes one, she doesn't like the other. அப்படின்னா லோகோ பின்ன ருச்சி. The world differs in its taste, and the difference is so well acknowledged by Bhagavan. He creates this world more and more for this taste, and more are created. We are so engaged in it that we don't even find time to look at the Atman and Paramatma. இது அவர் பண்ணியிருக்கிறது. இப்போ now when you go back, how we are intelligent, we claim to be intelligent. Now let's put our intelligence to action. We claim to be intelligent. Now sit down, learn the rules, learn the intricacies in the game designed by Bhagavan, and act accordingly. That's the challenge in life. Now we are given this life. The challenge in life is, let us not make it mundane. Yes, it's a good life. Let us make it interesting. The interesting part of this life is, we have understood too many complexities regarding this body, but we are yet to understand even a little about this Atman. Bhagavan has a design for this Atma. He has a design for himself. It is very easy to know Paramatma, identify his characteristics. It is very difficult to identify your neighbor's character. It's very difficult. But it is very, very easy to identify Bhagavan. He behaves the same. He never changes. Whatever mistakes you commit, he will roar like a lion that I am going to punish you. The moment you stand before him, he will mew like a cat that I have pardoned you. Brother, இதுக்கு மேலே மாறவே மாறாது இது. Swami, this is right, but if I have mistaken in this context, will in all, any context, anybody, any mistake, any number of time, any day, whatever, kshamyasya ho tad abhisandhi virama matrat. The moment you seek pardon from him, he accepts it. Swami, will it happen in Ravana? It may happen with me now. You are better than Ravana. Better இல்லை, bitter. அப்படி தான் இருக்கும். இப்போ அப்படின்னா ஒன்னை சொல்லுவார், இப்போ ராவணனை மன்னிப்பாரா, என்ன மன்னிப்பாருனா? சுவாமி உண்மையே மன்னிச்சிருக்கார், ராவணனை மன்னிக்க மாட்டாரா? ஸோ ஆல் திஸ் லிவிங் that I married for material pleasure. I married for to give wealth to my son. I got a son to give wealth. I got a son for to enjoy my son. All that you told, to remove dirt, to build my body, these are all included in your spiritual living. So if you have a spiritual attitude, you have that spiritual advantage as well as the material advantage. But if you stop with only the material attitude, you don't include the spiritual attitude in it. Anale, it is better to go a step further and develop the spiritual attitude and also enjoy the material part of it. So that would have struck a balance between the two. It will be easier for us to live. So let us think bigger. The issue is, don't stop here, instead go there. Should I go there? You will go there only if you think, if you know that there is something there. You won't go. I mean, is there a upper tier here? There is nothing. All Perumals are here. No, I went to Tirukkotiyur. It seems Bhagavan is in 3 tiers. I went to the Madurai Kudaladaha Perumal. He is in 3 tiers. Then I start climbing. I'll ask the priest, Swami, can you get me the key? If I go here and ask him, can you get me the key now? There is no one up. You don't find anything. So there must be something above, and I must know that there is something above. I must also be confident that I can achieve that above, and that above will also include the one below. Appadina things become easier. So let us try to put it into practice. So with these words, let me conclude today. We have simple things in life which you take it simply, but with more better understanding. If you understand them better, you live better. So we have a good living today. It can be certainly graduated to be a spiritual living, for which you need internalization and an analysis inwards, and not just an analysis externally. With these words, I conclude today. Thank you for attending. You have taken time off to come even on a day, a working day. It is not a weekend, but still you were able to make it. Thanks to all the volunteers who made this possible. Tyagarajan, Maithili, and all his Balaji, the volunteers on behalf of Vedics Foundation who made this possible, and more importantly, the authorities of this temple, the temple administration who gave us this place, and gave us the time to conduct this discourse. Shangan Tirumahattu Chelva Tirumalal, Engum Tiruvurul Patti Inburuvar, Sheikh Kantaya Kalyana Nidhayathina, Shivenkata Nivasaya, Srinivasaya Mangalam. Just one announcement. How many of you are members in the WhatsApp Enpani Satsang? Okay. Let me tell you the number. If possible, you can save this number in your contacts. It's a free service. 94432. Just save this number in your contact. Is there? Just write that number, save it. 94432 19021. You can read through the instruction. Save this to your contact. Type KKT and send a WhatsApp message to the same number. Type KKT, send a WhatsApp message to the same number. You will get a reply that will only have another 6 numbers. Save them too. Then from the next day, you will start getting audio clips, one in the morning and one in the night. That will be just for 7 or 8 minutes. It's easy, on the go. You can listen to it. It's all about current affairs. I have answered the questions of many. You can even post your questions in kinchit.org in the section Enpani. It's a Dharma Sandeha. A section. So you can go enroll yourself there, log in. You can post your doubts there. Once I am back home, I'll start replying to them. And you can become a member. We have displayed some CDs, pen drives and hard disk. That's going to be of great interest to you. Please take 10 minutes, stand there, go through the pamphlet. You'll be given a pamphlet. Go through. Any, if you require, if you would like to listen to Deshika Stotra or Divya Prabandham or Sanatana Dharma, Itihasa Purana, you have all the whole Bhagavad Gita, 256 hours in it. You have all the 10 Upanishads explanation there, or the whole of Mahabharata, Itihasa, Ramayana, Bhagavatam, Vishnu Puranam, all are there. And more importantly, there is a hard disk. There is a hard disk which has, it's a hard drive. So the hard drive which has 4,500 hours of talk time. So if you today promise, resolve to yourself that throughout the rest of my life, I am going to listen to 1 hour of Sanatana Dharma, this will help you. Throughout the rest of your life, if you decide to listen for at least 1 hour, you have the content for the rest of your life. So it will be a great investment for a spiritual living. You have lived and invested a lot for that living. There is a way out for a spiritual living. You can do a little investment. It is very reasonably priced. 4,500 hours. It has many lectures in English, many in Tamil, and also the video of Raman in Padayil, where we went on a journey following the trail of Rama to all the places visited by Rama. That video is a part of it. Also, Kannan in Mayamenna Mayame, Vrindavana, Gokula, Govardhana, Dwaraka, Kurukshetra, all the places of Krishna. And latest is 108 Divyadesham sung by Alvar. That is also a part of that hard disk. So whoever invests in that is going to have a treat. I strongly recommend that you take some time and look. Thank you. Now is your time. If you have any